This is Saturday Morning Mysteries.
And we're your hosts, Alexis and Grace.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Mysteries. We're your host. I'm Grace.
And I'm Alexis.
We are here. We're excited that you're here. We're drinking our coffee.
Yes,
of various sizes.
Our big cups. Yeah, your cup is way bigger than mine.
Cups. So Alexis thinks of coffee.
But also, my cup is cooler because it was handmade by someone really cool.
That is true. Like someone
AKA,
like super cool.
Super cool. Someone
that
so
is a
cool.
brand mug, in fact.
Yeah, exactly.
I would call
for those
it.
On the YouTube video
Yeah,
watching
everyone else
right
is like,
now.
what?
Who made it? You may be wondering. Oh yeah, Grace. No
Toss,
big deal.
toss.
Toss.
What if you took credit for it? What if you're like, who made it, you may ask? Me. Like in that moment.
Wouldn't last long. You're right there. I can't
I'm not sure what I would have done. I would have been like, oh.
You would have laughed and then been like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I
Anyways.
didn't realize that. Yeah, sure. You made it for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, cool,
Slow tear drops down.
Exactly. Excellent. Well, we are, as you all probably know, on our Halloween arc right now, where we're choosing any show we feel like, and that has anything to do with Halloween. It was released on Halloween. It mentions things like tropes of Halloween and horror movies. It blatantly is Halloween. It's whatever the heck we want. Ghosts don't have rules, so we don't have rules.
So we don't either.
We're just like maybe we are ghosts. You don't know.
Ghosts.
You don't know us.
I see dead people.
Anyways, it's Alexis's turn again this week.
And
for those usually just joining, we usually go back and forth. But I demanded that I do a two-parter. So I'm going to do something big. And so we're to just make it easier. Alexis is doing 2 in a row, and I'll do 2 in a row. So with that, again, I haven't looked at the tracker, so I have no idea what you're going to do today.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Last week was such a lovely, fun, pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it was. Not as much spooky as it was just an episode that came out on Halloween of one of our favorite shows.
And real life scary.
Yes. Yeah, because the villain was the husband who,
as always,
clearly mentally and physically abusing his wife and dog. So,
but this week,
today is more explicitly a Halloween episode.
Okay.
It is a show that we actually most recently covered before this Halloween arc. So we're going right back to the kick-ass Totally Spies.
Here we go. Here we go.
On a Halloween mission, and it's under control.
Here we go. Amazing. We copyrighted that version of the song right now.
That's ours.
It's coming back out in 2024. But this is now ours.
The creators of Totally Spies and Cartoon Network, you can't use that version. It's a fair use copyright on us. Exactly. So please email us at SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Not with a cease and desist, but with a sponsorship letter. So, yes, this episode is explicitly Halloween. And I say that because it is season 3, episode 21, entitled Halloween.
It's a Christmas episode.
Damn it. Yeah, hold on. Plot twist here. But
Totally Spies loves a plot twist, so
they do, and they're very good at them. If there are 2 things that the Totally Spies love, it's a plot twist and an explosion. We've got some of both, I think, in this episode.
Yes.
Get ready. But it's funny because, my last episode I did it literally came out on Halloween and didn't really have Halloween themes, other than being courage and being like naturally creepy and spooky and weird. This one, on the other hand, is called Halloween and came out on May 9th, 2005.
So this is a Memorial Day episode.
Day, actually, or like Arbor Day or something. I don't know. I think that's in like late April or early May. I forget. So,
wow, iconic that they don't give a fuck.
No fucks given. They're like, it's always Halloween in the Totally Spies world. Okay,
that's
every
true.
day
always
is a scary day and spooky. Facts. So, like I did last week, I'll do a quick recap of Totally Spies for folks who either missed our last arc, which, what are you doing? Go back and listen to it. It was actually our longest arc ever. We did 10 episodes instead of 8, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. That just reminds me. Before I get into this episode, I meant to say it last week because I was looking at the calendar of when that day or when that episode is going to be released. But I just have to say, Grace, congratulations. You just got married.
Oh!
We're talking in the future here.
Oh my God,
last week's episode literally comes out on your wedding day.
It was so good to see you last week.
Good to see you last week in Oregon on the other side of the country.
Yeah, we don't record super, super early and haven't seen each other since the last time I was on the East Coast.
Not at all. Right. It's definitely early October right now as of us recording. I just got back from your wedding. Wow.
Well, thanks for coming. It was a great time.
We had a blast. Sure. And I bet that we'll probably actually, after we record again after your wedding in real time, we'll probably actually do the recap, because right now all I know is like what you're planning for it. And obviously I sense like that magic tree. I see the future and what all is going to happen.
Could there be a plot twist? Could there be explosions? I don't know yet.
Maybe. We'll see.
Have to wait and see.
Justin is quite a pyro, isn't he?
Let's see what happens.
We'll see. So anyway,
oh my God,
just wanted to say for that.
The pre/post congratulations.
I was like, oh yeah, that episode literally comes out on Grace's wedding day. Watch me interrupt your wedding and be like, excuse me, everyone. Have you all watched today's episode?
Oh no, I've talked to the DJ and it's only gonna play us the whole time.
On repeat?
No, we'll go through multiple episodes. Okay, yeah, only us.
So I was going to say, imagine playing just that episode. And so like over and over, you hear me talking about like a massive enlarged head.
Boils.
While people are like
and an
standing there drinking their cocktails. A black and white video of some man about to strangle some old lady.
You know what, too? During that whole thing, Stephanie, aka your mom, would be sitting there because obviously she'd hear your voice just like shaking her head at you. She'd be so mad at you.
God damn it, Alexis. You said you'd be normal today.
You could see her angry face at you.
Your mom would also be shaking her head at you because she's like, I told you not to do this, Grace. Our moms would just be sitting by each other staring at us like.
We actually, after we play this episode, then we're like, that was the warm-up. Now we're going to do a live episode, everyone. Sit down.
Sit down. Justin's like, no, Justin would be with us. He's our science expert. Him and Lenny will both be there. We'll have a whole gang together. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm sure if y'all check out our Instagram, I'm sure there will be photos of Alexis and I from the wedding.
Yes.
Because whenever we're together, we have to post photos of it because we live on opposite sides of the country. So check those out. Satmore and Mist Instagram. Great side plug.
Yes, exactly. Give us a follow.
Yeah, we'll give the full recap probably in like a Christmas episode.
Yeah, right at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're very far ahead, or next year. I don't know.
We'll see. Eventually, one day you'll get a verbal recount of
maybe
what is to come in the wedding, the wedding of the future that I am predicting right now. Yes.
Wedding of the future that we're predicting, but by the time this episode comes out, we've already done. Yeah,
it's already happened. It's all it's a mess again. Saturday morning mysteries. Here we go. So
here we go.
Here we go. Oh man, this episode is about to be long because that's the other thing. The script is very long. I don't know what's going on in this episode of Totally Spies, but for whatever reason, my script is like 8 pages long. So bear with me.
You're good. I got my coffee.
Still
I'm
awesome.
ready. I'm awake now.
Yes, gotcha. Here we go. Quick recap of Totally Spies. I can't even say here we go anymore because we're just gonna like bust into song. So quick recap of Totally Spies for folks who missed our last arc or for whatever reason again have never heard of this show. Get it together. What is wrong with you in your life? Figure your shit out. Trash. Totally Spies. It's a show about 3 teenage best friends who live in Beverly Hills, California. Sam, Alex, and Clover. During the daytime, while they're worried about the stresses of school and boys and shopping, they also at night / during the daytime when they should be in school are undercover spies for the World Organization of Human Protection, aka WOOP, which is run by their handler and like boss, Jerry, this old British bald guy who assigns them their missions. And they're always traveling around the globe, stopping literally the most violent and evil villains we've probably ever covered on this show besides Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog, defeating these villains and their plots to overtake the world, destroy the world, etc., etc., and trying to intermingle their lives as teenage Beverly Hills rich girls with their lives as spies. So, but again, doing all of this undercover. So that's the backdrop. And in today's episode, Halloween episode, we begin in, of course, Beverly Hills, California, in the newest gated community in town called Vista Verde Estates. Okay. And so we see the residents of this new gated community eagerly preparing for tonight's Halloween festivities. They're putting up decorations. Folks are out going for their AM run in anticipation of all the candy or alcohol that's about to be consumed at their evening parties. And they're all, watering their lawns and kind of primping and prepping all the grounds and everything to impress all of the other neighbors who stop by for trick-or-treating. But as one woman is out watering her yard, we see the water running off down the sidewalk and into a sewer grate. And in the sewer, we see the water, running through the sewer lines, whatever, just starting to bubble and turn a vibrant green. And green, like steam and air bubbles, start to come out of this bubbling sewer water. So first of all, maybe this community is not as glamorous as it seems. It was actually built on a radioactive dump site. Yes.
Is this Nowheresville?
Nowheresville, Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Is this Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Those chemicals just flowed right on over into Beverly Hills. Yep. And these people got duped by buying these expensive ass mansions that are actually on a super fun site. Probably. Wouldn't be the first time in America.
Exactly. Especially in LA.
So we then go to good old Beverly Hills High School, where we see our heroes, aka anti-heroes, the Spies, Sam, Alex, and Clover at school. They're all in costume and they're excited for the school's Halloween party that night. And so all of the students all say actually in the school are in costume, and we see like decorations all over the place, and everyone's super excited and getting ready for this party. And let me just run through their costumes really quickly, because these are their fits for pretty much the entire episode.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alex is dressed as a banana. She's got a banana suit on.
I was gonna try to guess them, but I'm not going to now. I would have never guessed that. Ever.
You could probably guess Clover's, I would bet, if you want to guess.
I'm sure she's some pop star princess.
She's a princess, yes.
Okay,
so she's in a blue ball gown with the gold crown. And then, if you want to try to guess Sam's, but it's also pretty obscure.
I feel like Sam's is going to be some either literary reference or an archaeologist.
In a way, I guess you could say it's a literary reference. She's an elf.
Oh,
I guess maybe does she read Tolkien? Maybe, I don't know.
Hell yeah, baby. All right, I'm into it.
For her, she's pretty much just wearing her green cat suit, her spy suit, with green gloves and green boots, and then she just has
green
elf ears over top of it. So good for her, I guess, for saving some money on her costume. Maybe.
But girl, you have the money to make a cool ass costume.
I know, you're rich as shit. Go get a real elf costume, But yeah, she's an elf of sorts. Okay, fine. Yeah, but cool. So the girls, they're talking about this Halloween party, how excited they are for it, and how excited they are, specifically Alex, to go trick-or-treating afterwards. When the first scary incident of the episode happens, the evilest person of them all, Mandy, their arch nemesis, approaches them and instantly makes fun of their cheap costumes.
What is she wearing?
So she is dressed like a mummy Cleopatra type of thing. She's got on the Cleopatra type of necklace and crown or headpiece, whatever, but also has mummy wrapping around the rest of her, it's her all arms real and gold, her legs.
Probably.
Yes, she's going on and on about how her costume was made by an actual famous designer and how it's so expensive and the girls can never afford something like that.
Which look at Sam's outfit, maybe.
Exactly, yeah. You're not wrong. Or Yeah, Sam. Sorry, Sam. But to be fair, Clover's outfit is probably also something she just had in her closet, and she just
Yeah.
like bought like a $5 crown from like Party City or
Yeah.
something to complement it. And then Alex's like it looks like Alex's mom, if they have parents who love them, again, Beverly Hills, literally looks
Alex's
like she
nanny.
stitched her nanny exactly stitched together this banana
Oh my
costume.
God.
Like,
Okay.
to be fair, yeah, Mandy might be right here.
Kind of.
So at this point, Sam leans in and says that, like, well, for Mandy's super designer expensive costume, it seems to be falling apart a little bit because, like I said, she's got
Damn.
like the mummy wraps
Oh,
and
it's
stuff
just
on
supposed to
her.
be falling apart.
Exactly, it's supposed to be, but Sam is like playing dumb, perhaps we'll
Oh,
say,
yeah.
because she like tugs on some of the wrapping paper that's or the wrapping
Sam.
whatever that's hanging loose and like pulls it and it unravels like the entire
Sam.
costume and like sends Mandy like spinning and she like falls over.
That's fine.
It is funny. It's like, good job, Sam. And even though it doesn't really seem like anyone else at school saw this, even though they're like in a hallway filled with other students, or like no one gives a fuck. Like everyone's
Yeah.
talking and like living their lives. Even though like this was a totally like fly by night, no one at all sees this type of event. Mandy swears revenge on the girls and then like runs away. She's like, oh my God, I'm totally gonna get you back for
Oh
that.
no. Okay.
Yeah. So
All
the
right.
girls, though, they brush it off. They're laughing, like high-fiving Sam, like awesome
Good
job, like
one.
good one, good
On
job
Sam's
putting
side, that
Mandy
was a
in
good
her
one.
place. And then Clover's phone rings because apparently her mom, who has called her the
What?
first time we probably ever see any
What?
sort of interaction. Yeah, apparently their parents do. Well, let me finish here.
Okay.
Mom calls her and has volunteered her to babysit tonight for a boy named Chucky Vanderfleet, who
Chucky.
happened Chucky.
Uh-oh.
Just
Halloween
yes,
episode.
Halloween. Here we go. Our first
Here we
Halloween or like scary.
go.
Damn it. Stop. Don't say that anymore. It's taking up time, but it's such a good song. So yes, this boy named Chucky, clearly a play on Child's Play, the movies, where, whatever. Great movies,
It's
love
Chucky.
them.
Yep.
Anyway, yes, Chucky, the doll. The son, this kid, though, he is the son of a Mrs. Vanderfleet who happens to be a good friend of Clover's mom. So at first I'm like, oh wow, Clover's mom is calling her. How cool. Like they do care. And I was like, oh no, she's volunteering her to like on the one night that no kid wants to do anything to babysit. Yeah. And yeah, not be able to go to a party or trick or treat.
Yep.
So after some begging and stretching of the truth, Clover convinces Sam and Alex to help her babysit that night. She's like, don't worry, like he's totally a great kid. He's super well behaved.
His name's Chucky.
His name's Chucky.
And
he's I swear to God, he's totally not a brat whatsoever. And we'll like have a party of our own. And then promise you, as soon as we're done babysitting him, the three of us will go trick-or-treating together afterwards. Like maybe we'll miss the school party, but we'll have fun. The three of us, we're besties. And then I promise we'll still get some trick-or-treating.
I would go with her.
Okay, yeah, I know. Like, if I hated everyone at my school and it was just like me and my two besties, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this will be more fun anyway, kind of, and maybe we'll get paid.
Yep.
So just after Clover convinces Alex and Sam to, come with her to do this, a coffin prop in the school opens up.
Why is there even a prop in the school?
The girls in. Whoop is everywhere.
True.
It sucks the girls into this coffin and takes them straight to, you guessed it, Jerry's office at Whoop HQ. And so the girls get there and they're like getting themselves together. They're obviously always disheveled when they're sucked into some portal into his office. But they learn very quickly that there actually is no mission for the girls today. And instead, Jerry just actually wants to wish them a happy Halloween, give them some candy to get their evening started. And he also wants some feedback on costume choices that he's kind of thinking through because it turns out he's going to his first Halloween party tonight. I'm like, oh, first of all, though, I know it's really cute, but also like, Jerry, you're pretty old. You've never, that's like sad. It's cute because it's like, oh, these are kind of like his daughters and he's getting feedback, but also like
I
sad
I
because
like to
he's
think
never been to a Halloween party or a costume
I
party.
like to think that it's because he's like a master spy his entire life, that anytime he's gone to a costume party, it's been like on a mission and
Mm,
undercover. And
hmm.
so for the first time,
That's
he's like,
true.
I don't have a persona that I have to,
Yeah,
and I'm not
exactly.
sure what persona I'm supposed to be taking on this
Yeah,
evening.
what should I do? There's
Yeah,
no mission on the docket for tonight, girl,
right.
so I actually can go to this party.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, but wait, our last 3 episodes of our Totally Spies arc, in which we were like, Jerry doesn't call them to anywhere for nothing. What is this, Jerry? We don't have to talk about it now. I'm
We'll get
noting
there.
my suspicion, and we
We'll
can
get
continue.
there. Yes, as per usual, put a pin in that.
Be suspicious.
Yeah, be suspicious. Be
Be
suspicious.
suspicious.
Yes. But yes, and like you said, it's funny that Jerry's like, "Oh my God, I can be myself. Like, who am I? What should I wear for this?" Because the Halloween costumes that he's wearing, it's very on brand for that exact sort of mindset that
Oh
Jerry's in,
no.
that you speculate. He's wearing, like, as a callback to your Gray Zone episode,
Oh,
like
like a
Elizabethan garb, like a wig.
Shakespearean.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
a
the only
white
fit he
wig with
had.
like the frilly collar and like tights and like the whole 9 yards, like
Jerry.
the buttoned up whatever old
Uh-huh.
petticoat. And the girls are just like laughing at him, like, oh my God, Jerry, like adorable, but no, like you're supposed to dress as something scary, not like that.
Uh-huh.
And so anyway, after he tries on a few fits for them,
Cute.
he gives them some like old timey candy, like totally like what you would find at your
Hard
great great
candies.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he gives Clover like candy corn or something, and Sam bubble gum, and he gives Alex, I don't even think he gives her candy. It's like a plastic wand. It's like more of a treat rather, or like a
Oh,
toy rather
toy.
than like a piece of candy, like a wand with a little star on it,
Oh, uh-huh.
whatever. So he gives them those, and then he sends them on their way to go do whatever the fuck they're doing tonight,
Mm-hmm.
which is, of course, babysitting. So soon after leaving his office, they arrive at Vista Verde Estates, which happens to be
Oh,
where the
Chucky lives.
Vanderfleets live.
Yeah.
Yes, Chucky and his mother. So they go straight to the Vanderfleet house, and very creepily and concerningly, after they walk in and like introduce themselves to Mrs. Vanderfleet, we then see Mandy fucking staked out. Like
Oh,
I said before, this is a gated community, like high walls and shit. She's like scaled up these
God.
walls and is like peeking over the walls with binoculars. She's got like a thermos of coffee, this like wide brim hat to like conceal her identity, like a full on stakeout mode.
I thought you were going to be like, Mandy is his older sister. And I was
Oh
going to be like,
no.
wow. No, it's
No. No, she's fucking stalking the girls.
horror movie Halloween
Horror
episode.
movie. And she's like watching them from the wall of this gated community because apparently she overheard them at school saying that they would be babysitting someone at Vista Verde Estates. And so she just
Oh,
immediately
get a
runs to
life.
Vista Verde Estates, waits for them to get there, and then is like, yeah, creeping on
Seriously.
them to see which house they're going into.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
girl, get help.
Get
Get
a
help.
life.
As you alluded to in a previous episode,
In love with
maybe
Clover.
she's in love with Clover. Just tell Clover how you feel about
Yeah.
her and then get some
We
help
think Clover
because
might feel the same way. It's
maybe, I don't
okay. I don't know.
know.
They really hate each other. Hate to love, enemies to lovers.
It's a very small difference between the two
Exactly.
emotions. I don't know, but either way, whether Clover reciprocates it or not, Mandy needs help because
Yes.
this is very red flagish.
Unhealthy
This is glaring red
behavior.
flags.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
So
stalking.
yes. So after she jumps down from the wall and like or sees the girl go in the house, she jumps down from the wall and is like, nobody humiliates me and gets away with it. And then even more concerningly, she pulls this black book out of her trench coat. I don't know where the fuck she got this book from. She
Okay.
flips it open and she starts reading like a series of curses or like chants or something, like
Or is
having
she
a
the witch?
seance to summon the ghosts of Beverly Hills, classically on what is this full moon Halloween night.
Yep. On a
So,
radioactive dumping ground, most
I know
likely, or
exactly.
something. Cool. So
Yes.
mutant ghosts.
Mutant ghosts. Like I said, I do not know where she got this book from. Yes, maybe she already is a witch, or like
Yeah.
her mom is
Mandy's
like
just
a
a little
medium or
Wiccan.
something. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But I immediately, when I was watching this, like thought of The Craft.
Yeah, that's what I
Light
was
as a
gonna say.
feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as
Well,
a
also
board.
like Mandy's like fits usually do give a little bit of the craft because it's
Yeah,
like dark purples. She's
yeah.
got her black
It's like
hair.
preppy goth kind
We
of
are the weirdos. We
vibe.
are the
Yeah.
weirdos, mister. A
Her
classic
voice
line.
is terrible. People actually like aren't under a spell. They're just like driven crazy by the sound of her voice. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yes, I couldn't pass up the time or the opportunity, I should say, during our Halloween, arc here. We love to interweave like common themes and tropes that these shows bring up. We talked about witches and vampires and zombies and stuff in past arcs for Halloween and in recent episodes. So today I'm going to do just a very brief spiel on seances. We're
Yeah.
going to talk about
Oh,
that kind of
hell
shit.
yes.
Very, very brief here because, like I said, this episode is already long and this spiel is not really included in my script. I'm going to like go back and forth between Wikipedia and some other pages I have pulled
Yes,
up.
fuck yeah.
So,
Oh, I'm stoked. Okay.
essentially, seances, it's an attempt to communicate with spirits. It comes from, and this is all from Wikipedia, obviously, comes from the French word for session, or from like Old French seor, which means to sit. And really, it's, pretty much just when a group of people come together to gather together to receive messages from ghosts or to listen to a spirit medium discourse with or relay messages from those spirits. So really there are like several varieties of seances that exist. You've got like religious seances, you've got stage mediumship seances, which are kind of like big spectacles and events, almost like magic shows. You've got leader assisted seances where one particular person is guiding a group of a few people through the entire process. You've got your informal social seance, which is like Grace, what perhaps we have experience with using like a Ouija board.
Who, us? No. Are we the ghosts?
Have we ever done this? No. What are you talking about?
What? No.
And then you've got your spiritual seance, which is really just like held so that all participants can speak with various personalities in the spirit world, and it's held like in a seating manner in a circle. So I guess like technically that could kind of be a Ouija seance as well, but it's a little bit more informal.
I do like to think the difference is like the formal is like you're in like chairs and like a table versus like ours is definitely like on the floor in the like basement like with the Ouija board.
Yeah. And also I'll get to like, apparently there's a particular set of procedures and stuff and like rules that you're supposed to go through. It's not just like get a Ouija board and like do the thing, like, and that's definitely, we did not follow those procedures. So it's very possible that we've got demons following us to this day. So I'll get to that in just a second. But kind of as a fun fact, like, so seances go back like way early on to the early, like mid to early 1700s. But one of the best known seances, at least in American history, but perhaps in world history, was conducted at the time when Mary Todd Lincoln, the wife of Abraham Lincoln, who was grieving the loss of her son, organized spiritual seances in the White House, which were attended by Abraham Lincoln and other prominent members of society.
And they haven't left the White House ever.
This is why America is the way it is.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Mary
I never knew that.
Todd.
You go, Mary
Out here
Todd.
fucking
Cool.
around.
The demon haunted him straight to the
To the
theater,
theater.
and he unfortunately succumbed. But
Yep.
yeah, so anyway, I thought
Wow.
that was kind of interesting.
That's
And
fascinating.
then as the last thing that I'll read here, it's called a seance procedure. It's linked to in the Wikipedia page. And I want to say it's from like the Greek Orthodox Church or something. It's
Okay.
definitely it's a religious organization, like their procedures to how to go
Got it.
about having a séance. And so I want to just read through a few of the
Cool.
steps here, and then we're going to kind of like comedically joke about how we fucked it up when we
Yeah, I
tried
was
to
gonna
use the
say,
Ouija
should
board.
we try and mark down everything we did? Because there will be
Yes.
nothing.
And also, yes, doing that to see how Mandy is about to fuck this up and how it's going to come back to bite her in the end.
So for warning
So,
for us.
for
Got
warning,
it.
exactly. But also, not advising people do this, blah, 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 whatever
Well,
legal disclaimers so that the algorithm doesn't ban us, blah, blah, blah. Don't do this. Do it at your own risk.
yada
Wink,
yada
wink,
yada.
nudge, nudge.
Wink.
Anyway, so according to this like article that is again linked on Wikipedia, procedures for seances. To contact a spirit, certain conditions are helpful. Spirits are most visible at night. And so, in the occult lore, you want the moon to be out because the moon is a giant luminescent corpse in the sky and it exerts a powerful influence of death on the earth.
Okay.
Now, again, we're going to do kind of like a checklist with what we did and what Mandy's got going on here.
Night.
Ours was not at nighttime.
Wait, was it? It was just no.
It
We were in
was
the closet.
evening, but
Yeah, that counts.
it wasn't like dark out. I remember.
Yeah, it was like dinner time.
It was like dinner time. It was like maybe 7 o'clock, but like during the summer, so like
Yeah.
light out.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the
Yes.
clock, it was night.
Yes. But the moon was not out, at least in
No.
Cincinnati, Ohio. It was out somewhere, though. The moon is always
Yeah.
somewhere.
It's never
Yeah.
not out.
Yeah.
Was it a full moon? Probably not.
Probably not. In Mandy's case here, yes, she's got a full
Okay.
moon. It's nighttime in Beverly Hills.
Okay. Ours
All
was
right.
evening.
It was evening.
Evening and night are a very confusing time for the spirits.
It's a gray area.
You know?
Next up,
I'm going to defend us. You can tear us
please
apart.
do defend us.
Yeah, that's how we're going to do
Please
it.
do. The next up, the presence of moving water, such as a stream or falling rain, especially with lightning, is helpful. So in Mandy's sense, we've got the running water from the sewer underneath.
Okay.
You know, it was clearly something was going on with the water running underneath Vista Verde Estates earlier this day. So we'll just say, and she's outside of the Vanderfleet house, who I should add, Mrs. Vanderfleet is the one who was watering her lawn and whose water was going into the sewer. So she's clearly right by a sewer grate.
Okay, yeah, Mandy's close then.
Us, there was maybe a glass of water nearby.
I would say our parents were filling up a glass of water to call us for dinner. So yeah, check.
Sure. So there's that. The faucet was running.
Water
was running.
Yeah.
Done. Cool. Someone was drawing a bath upstairs.
Probably. Yeah. Someone's taking a shower. Yeah.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've got the next step here. Strong emotions, especially anger and terror, draw the spirits. So this is also helpful for conducting a seance. In Mandy's case, she's got a lot of anger right now. She's pissed off at
this girl's fucking mad. That's wild that you want anger in a seance.
Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree with this one.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is a long article, so I'm not going to do the whole thing, but it does say that like different emotions can maybe draw different types of spirits.
Yeah, I don't want to be angry.
In one way or another, having strong emotions is what can draw them out. So maybe it's sadness. If it's someone that, I mean, yeah, sure. Like, yeah, we were angry with the world.
Teenagers. We were 18. All we are is emotions. We have nothing but constant high emotions at every second. Done.
Every day. And I mean, maybe we were a little scared trying to do this for the first time. So like, sure, there was a little terror in there. Sure. This is where Mandy kind of messes up the procedures though. Okay. And I think where we did too. A drop of fresh blood also draws.
Oh,
And I will say, and this is pretty vivid, but whatever, we're all adults here. It also says, in contrast, menstrual blood draws demons.
oh no, I was about to defend us by being like, I'm sure one
We're
of
all
us was
teenage
on our
girls.
period.
Exactly.
But
And this is
goes
why
to your
we're
demon
probably
theory.
haunted by demons.
Oh no,
It's
fuck.
almost like it attracts bears. In this case, it attracted demons.
Oh God. Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Oh
I
no.
think the last one, or no, one of the last couple here, I've got a few more. The presence of spiritually sensitive people, especially women and children, also helps open the portal to the other world. In this
Great.
case, I guess we were women, we were 18, but we're kind of children too, whatever. We at least had the
we got
mentality
both.
of kids when we were doing this.
Yeah.
And then, I should also say, Mandy has no blood going on here, at least to my knowledge. Well,
Demons.
demons.
Sitting
There
on her
we go.
period.
Here we go.
Here comes some
Here
Here we go.
Here we go. Fighting demons in the hills, and it's out of control.
Pew pew.
So,
Yeah.
yes, women and children, though, check. We've got that
Okay.
with us and with Mandy here.
Okay.
It helps to open portals to the other world.
Sweet.
Another thing it says is during the seance, only the designated medium should speak because he or she will lead the procedure. We were definitely all like talking over each other and shit. And in Mandy's case, she's the only one there, so I guess she is the designated medium.
Okay.
So that's kind of a loophole for her that kind of maybe messes things up.
Yeah, this is the one I can't defend for us. I can't even pretend like we had our shit together for that. Yeah, no,
exactly.
We are currently talking over each other, so we definitely weren't doing
so
it
definitely
then.
happened then. And this is the one that definitely, I know for a fact, we did not respect this rule whatsoever. The last rule: remain serious and respectful. Do not laugh.
And that's how you call demons. Isn't that like all of the conjurings is like, or paranormal activities is like, don't make fun of
it's
the
not
demons.
supposed to be a joke. Exactly. Yeah. Like
and
this is a serious thing because it says, like, according to legend, the dead cannot laugh with joy and therefore levity offends them. So demons
for sure.
Whoopsies. Like,
yikes.
No way we weren't not laughing during this, and no way that we were taking this seriously whatsoever.
Or respecting.
I vividly remember the whole group of us like laughing and joking as we were trying this.
Yeah, this
very much not
well.
being respectful. Yes. So
demons for sure. Okay.
Anyway, the very last thing here is that it says to focus your attention on the bowl of oil. You're also supposed to put a bowl of oil out and the blood.
Absolutely didn't have that.
And the blood.
I don't know, maybe we had some like
table
chips or something we were snacking on. Those are kind of oily sometimes.
They're greasy.
Yeah. All right, I'm giving that one to us. I'm bringing it back. We got that one. We're back on the table.
We're back in the game. We're back on track here. All right. So these are kind of like the basic procedures and kind of like the steps that one must take when seriously trying to conjure the spirits and contact the spirits. Right. So, and I will also add lastly here that Mandy, although she's serious, she doesn't respect shit. She's kind of like, she's playing it fast and loose while reading these spells out. She's saying, like, these stupid demons, why won't they listen to me? Blah, blah, blah. And she clearly doesn't have a bowl of oil and blood to focus on as she is doing this. So, yes, Mandy, she's reading from this little black book of spells / seance procedures. And when it appears that the spirits and or zombies or ghouls, whatever, are not rising from their graves as she's asked them to, she throws her thermos of coffee into the sewer out of anger and says, first of all, bad for the environment, whatever, and a waste of good coffee. And she's like, I guess if you want something done, you've got to do it yourself. And she storms off. Alluding that, like, okay, I can't conjure these spirits to scare the girl, so I'll just go and scare them on my own.
Okay.
But as the drips of her coffee make their way down the sewer, we then see, similarly to before, the sewer water bubbling even more rapidly and more green steam shooting out of these bubbles. But this time, like I said, the bubbling, it's more active and it actually starts to cause the ground to tremor and shake. So, like, maybe she wasn't actually drinking coffee, she was drinking blood, and it is now interacted with the water below.
Yeah, she's conjuring a demon right now.
Yeah.
This is
or
the
she like
Conjuring
cut her
6.
lip on the thermos and there was some blood on her thermos and it interacted with the water.
Oh,
and now
no.
we've got the requisite drop of blood that will make this whole
This
seance actually
radioactive
work.
demon.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
meanwhile, we see back in the Vanderfleet home, we see the spies talking with Mrs. Vanderfleet briefly before she heads out for the night. And hilariously, I want to say, as she walks out to her car, she like says bye to the girls, closes the door, and walks out to her car. And before she even like opens the car door and gets in, she just like pauses, takes a deep breath, like, finally, 4 hours away from that little brat. Like talking about her own fucking son. Like,
that's so funny.
Like, you
The
just
show's
know she's
telling us
about to
this
go
kid
get
sucks.
fucking toasted at a dinner party with a bunch
She's
of wine
With
moms.
Clover's mom.
Yes.
She's Ubering back tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She's going to leave the car there, no doubt.
If she's even coming back
If
tonight.
she's, yeah, right. But before she can get into the car, the ground, because it is shaking and trembling from Mandy's antics, it starts to shake right beneath her, right beneath Mrs. Vanderfleet. And it actually breaks apart. And you see these cracks and stuff appear, and a massive hole appears.
Oh, shit.
And she
Sinkhole.
falls in. Yeah. Or she didn't fall in, sorry, but you do see holes appearing. And through the cracks that come out of the ground, bright green light shines through, aka like this bright green underworld or whatever. And then everything falls apart and she falls in
no,
the Beverly Hills sewer system,
oh,
aka
no.
this underworld.
Oh shit. Yes. Okay.
And inside the house, the girls, they're looking for Chucky and they're like, where is he even? Like, God. Is this going to be easier to do than we thought? Like, is the kid even here?
We've lost the kid. I guess we're done.
Yes. Bye, Chucky.
TV time.
But, yes. So as they're looking for him, the phone starts to ring.
Oh, no.
And Clover, who is like technically the one in charge here, she answers it. But she only hears static on the other side. God. Which terrifying. This is now like Black Christmas slash the house. Like exactly. Dude, when a stranger calls. Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not that movie. I've only heard the recap of it, and you could not pay me enough to see that movie. I am so scared of that film.
It's pretty creepy. Like, again, well, so they've had a couple remakes of it, and I don't know if I've seen the remakes actually, but I know they had remakes, which probably are a bit creepier than the original because the original is like from the 70s.
So, like the effects make it less creepy.
Yeah, but it's also one of those movies where like you don't need special effects for it to be creepy because like it's all about like someone calling and like being creepy, and because you don't really need special effects to like make it look like a woman's just been murdered, really, right. You know, like yeah. So it is, even the 70s one is pretty creepy. Really good movie. If you ever are brave enough to watch it, you should.
I won't be.
It's pretty. I will not be. It won't
heard
happen.
The recap, and I said, absolutely not.
I'm done. That's it. That's more than enough. That's too much.
Never answering a phone again.
Yes. Like, honestly, when a stranger calls, in my opinion, is slightly scarier. And that came out, I want to say, maybe around the same time. But that's the one where the dude calls and says, like, have you checked on the children? Like, the babysitter is there. And it's like, have you checked on the children?
So this is what it's about to be.
Up. Yeah, pretty much. But thankfully, it's just static. And so Clover is like, ew, gross, and hangs up.
And their phones don't work.
Poor. Ew. Like putting the phone down with like two fingers, like ew, like washes her.
Yeah. Are they even gonna pay us tonight?
Right when she hangs up the phone, though, the girls are all scared shitless when Chucky pops out of a cabinet in the kitchen and like screams at them, and he's just laughing at how good of a prank he just pulled on them. And Chucky, he's dressed up as a pirate, I guess, for what it's worth. He tells the girls that he's ready to go trick-or-treating. And Alex is like, oh, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Trick-or-treating. Yeah, let's go. Like pestering Sam and Clover with Chucky at this point. So the four of them, they go out, they head out to get their candy fix. But oddly, as they're like going up and down the streets in the neighborhood, they notice that no one else is out trick-or-treating, let alone even opening up their doors or home, to hand out candy.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, like poor. They can't afford
these pores.
They can't even afford candy. Not
Clover's
even
like holding
candy.
up her dress as she walks so it doesn't drag on the poor ground. It's like, ew.
Yeah, gross. Again, though, hilarious because this is like a gated community. Yeah. Yeah. These people can't even hand out candy. Oh, yuck. I want to go home.
It's a nightmare.
And as they continue to make their way from house to house, eventually all of the streetlights shut off, as do the lights inside of all the houses.
Nope.
Like, these people can't even pay their electric bells.
So is this supposed to be the purge?
Yeah. It's a little bit of everything we've got.
Yeah, there's a lot of nods here that I love.
And then, even creepier, right after all these lights go out, a cloud appears overhead and starts swirling. And we then see green lightning and we hear thunder start filling the night sky or the night air. And then Chucky's eyes light up. And he tells the girl, not literally, I should say, like he gets excitement in his eyes.
Oh, okay.
he's possessed. He gets excited. His face lights up, I should say. And he tells the girls that the legend of Vista Verde Estates must be true. Ooh. And according to Chucky, legend has it that the estates were built classically on an ancient, evil, scary place with a gateway for zombies and ghosts.
Oh shit, that's a nice twist.
Yeah, right? Now we're getting into like it sort of shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Having the gateway. Like we were in the sewer earlier.
Exactly.
Okay.
The girls, though, they hear him, they brush it off as like a stupid urban legend, some myth, and they're like, come on, let's just go back to your house where it's safe and we can just like huddle there together. But as they walk up to their house, Chucky swears that he can see a shadow of someone moving through the house as he's like looking in his front window. No. Sam and Clover, they don't believe him. They're like, oh, get out of here, Chucky. You're just playing another prank on us. But Alex is like, oh shit, no. Like she doesn't say it, but she's frozen because you see that she also sees the shadowy figure. And so her and Chucky
is Black Christmas.
It is. And When a Stranger Comes. Oh my God. It's all of the scariest, creepiest, conceptually creepy horror movies to ever exist going on right now. And so her and Chucky are like hesitant to go back in, but like they're like, okay, well, Sam, Clover, you guys go first. And then they like slowly follow in after them. But nonetheless, or I should say, actually even creepier, once they head inside, the phone instantly starts ringing again, which scares the living daylights out of all of them.
Yeah.
Clover, again, being the one in charge, she answers, but all she can still hear is static on the other line. And so she hangs up again. And as soon as she hangs up, they then hear footsteps upstairs. Like, doom, rhythmic, very doom.
I'm gone. I'm fucking out of this house.
So not only are they footsteps, but it sounds like something big and heavy. And Sam is like, well, maybe it's just, like the house settling, And my instant reaction was like, bitch, for how expensive and new these houses look, each shit should be settling that loudly.
Yeah, nothing should be that loud.
Houses. No. No. And after this rhythmic footsteps that they hear upstairs, they then hear a single, much louder thud, and the footsteps end. And so, again, like the worst choice in every horror movie.
They go fucking look.
They go upstairs to investigate.
Absolutely not.
Nope. If this was me and you, we would be leaving to go home and be like, Chucky, you're coming with us. We're gonna go find your mom.
Someone was like, there looked like there was someone in the house, I'm like, we're
I
not
would
going
not have
back.
gonna gone in.
We're burning it down.
Insurance, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
We'll
you
make
got
it look like
insurance,
an
right,
accident.
Chucky?
Yeah,
You're an
all
evil-looking
good.
kid. They'll think you did it.
Exactly. So, yes, they go upstairs for whatever reason to investigate. The girls are brave though. They're spies. And they're like, we can probably kill or fight off whatever it is.
Which I guess is kind of true.
True, but again, risky.
Yep.
And once they get upstairs, they again hear the sounds, unfortunately, coming from Chucky's room. And this time, I mean, they're pretty sure it's not Chucky because he's with them. So if this is a prank, it's pretty elaborate.
Yeah.
And so now that they hear that the sounds are coming from there, you can feel kind of the anxiety raising in all of the girls. Like with a little less certainty in her voice, Sam is like, it's maybe just like an open window or something. Because yes, open windows do tend to loudly walk around and knock things over. Yeah.
Opening and closing.
Yeah, very rhythmically and like around the room and not in one place. Like, yeah, windows walk.
Yeah,
right?
Sure, Sam.
Right? AKA people who come in through open windows do that. Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So they slowly open the door to Chucky's room and they are immediately face to face with this white cloaked figure. Like, scary. It looks like someone in a ghost costume, honestly. Like, like a Charlie Brown ghost costume type of thing, but it's like very tall.
You're still a figure in a room.
Exactly. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, it could be
who is
any
this?
outfit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Why are you here? And goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah. You're like yelling that as you're running away. Who are you? Why are you here? So yeah, they run back downstairs to try to open the back door and make a break for it. But they then hear something even more terrifying. Mandy's laugh. You losers are totally lame, she says to them, Mandy, as she
from upstairs?
Pulls off. No, from downstairs. She runs down. Yeah, she followed them. So she pulls off the white cloak and walks toward them. Like, yes, all of these noises and the scary cloaked figure were actually Mandy. Who, let me say, this bitch broke into someone's home.
I was going to say that. I was like, still a B&E.
Still a B&E. Still very concerning.
Yes.
Still recommending that she seeks help.
Yes, and that Clover takes
problems.
A restraining order out at this point.
At this point, right now. Clover, if there is any sort of reciprocated feelings here, get rid of them.
Red flag.
This girl is crazy.
Yeah, you know what? I do take back that they would be reciprocated. This is like the stalker who's going to murder the celebrity situation.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a feeling. It's a terrifying situation.
It's a terrifying, yes, exactly. So she tells the girls, Mandy tells the girls, and Chucky, I guess, that she can't wait to tell everyone at school that the girls are afraid of sheets and whatnot hanging from the ceiling, which, like, when I hear her say this, I'm like, I do not believe this is the flex that she thinks it is. Like, girl, you followed these three on Halloween night. You had nothing better to do than follow these three. Exactly. You had a stakeout by yourself.
Yeah.
Broke into someone's home and terrorized the girls and this poor little boy that you've never met before.
You traumatized a child.
Please seek help. Like, this is not the flex you think it is.
No,
people
this is
at school
not
are not going to be like, oh my God, how cool are you, Mandy? They're going to be like, oh my God, Mandy, please get help.
They're going to be like wearing a wire for the cops because Chucky's mom is trying to press charges for this B&E and threatening her child.
And like assault and like, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Yeah, like so much going on here.
Will you say that louder into my lapel as you confess to this crime?
What was that again?
Yeah, okay, Mandy. Not smart.
Yeah, Clover tries to play it off like, oh, we knew it was you the whole time. Like, those lame, cheap phone calls totally gave it away. And terrifyingly.
Oh, no. Mandy didn't do
Mandy's like, wait, what phone calls? And the phone rings again.
This bitch, no.
This bitch, God damn it. Clover, again being in charge, answers. And she starts to lay into this person like, look, I don't know who this is calling, but you need to stop.
It's a little Scream situation here.
Yeah, it's like, again, Scream, Black Christmas.
Yeah.
When a Stranger Calls, the scariest of the scariest situations, especially for like teenage women who are home alone and or babysitting, right? When she's laying into this person, though, she gets cut off. And very terrifyingly, this gruff voice, like gruff but tired man on the other line says, I know where you are.
Nope. We're getting into one car and leaving. Come on, Mandy. We'll even bring you.
We'll even take you, goddammit. And actually very funny, though, because at this point, the episode is getting very scary. So the writers have to throw in some comic relief. Clover's like, is that you, Todd? Chaz? Jason?
Oh, no.
Any one of the boys I've been flirting with lately? Like,
I definitely told her I was tonight, so you could come over when the kid goes to sleep.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Fuck no.
And then at this point, Mandy cuts in and she's like, well, my work here is done. I've scared you, so I'm going to this rad Halloween rave party that I'm supposed to go to.
Crawls over the wall again.
Shimmies out, grabs her binoculars. My. But she unfortunately doesn't make it that far. She turns around to leave, but she lets out a loud scream because she looks out of the window in the house behind her and sees dozens, literally dozens of gray-skinned zombies approaching the house.
Nope. You should have left when you could.
And they are all just piling out mindlessly from the deep pit that appeared in the Vanderfleet's backyard, the one that Mrs. Vanderfleet got sucked into, with the green light coming out of it, that connects the sewer, the underground sewage system, to the surface level.
Do they all like slightly smell like coffee from Mandy's spell? And Mandy's like, my party is waiting for me. I gotta go.
They're all like wired from the caffeine.
Oh my God, caffeinated
that
zombies.
Terrifying, actually. No. Those would be like the fucking World War Z zombies that can like run and climb up walls. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Mandy then frantically is repeating over like, oh my God, it worked. It worked. It worked. It worked. And then she just faints like right there in the Vanderfleet's living room.
Just roll her out.
Yes.
She's the bait.
This is what you want, right? This is what you want. She's the one that summoned you guys.
Yes, your leader.
Leave. Yes. Now, unfortunately, though, at this point, the girls don't know that Mandy was reading these spells and doing this seance and stuff. So they're just like, what the fuck do you mean it worked? And they just kind of like prop her up on the sofa. She probably is heavily concussed, by the way. She fell hard. Like her legs gave out and boom.
I would have too, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
After our Ouija experience, we like went upstairs to dinner and that was happening.
Boom. Like 5-6 teenage girls just fainted. And gone. Yeah. Like, well, this sucks.
We're not fighting.
So Chucky at this point is like, oh my God, the legend of Vista Verde Estates must have come true. But Clover, for whatever reason, is still not believing him. And it's like, Chucky, no, that's just a stupid urban legend. Like these zombies, which her explanation is that these zombies must just be Mandy's stupid friends and that she fake fainted to scare them.
You think she has that many friends?
Thank you. 2 things I want to point out. One, like I said before, Mandy went down hard. Like she is probably concussed. So she is she's either very committed to the prank or she legitimately knocked herself out. Like this doesn't seem like part of the prank. And 2, like you said before, not only does she not have that many friends, I don't think she really has any friends. Yeah. Every now and again, we see Mandy with like 2 other girls, who are like just laughing at the shitty stuff she does to the girls. But like they're at a Halloween party, they have better shit to do. They're not that good of friends. Like they're not so good of friends with Mandy that they're gonna skip the Halloween rave and like partying and trick or treating to go do whatever the fuck this is with her. So like even Clover kind of says this with like some nervousness in her voice, like, yeah, those are just her friends, right? But then the girls start to realize that this definitely may be more than a prank when the zombies start to literally break the windows and are pounding on the doors of the house to try to get in there.
No, nope, nope.
So they
nope.
then, Sam and like
Burn
Alex
the
are like
house.
blocking the doors and windows with furniture to try to buy them some time. They're like, well, these zombies definitely seem real. So like block these doors and windows while we figure out what the fuck we can do.
Yeah.
And Sam, at this point, she pulls out her compact little, their
Calls
little
Jerry.
compact computer thingies. First, she just like analyzes the transmission frequencies from the phone calls that they were getting because she figures that they have something to do with all of this. Again, she's got like Sherlock Holmes level deductive reasoning.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, the calls have been weird. Yeah.
They have been. So there's probably some connection. And so according to her compact, they say, or the analysis says that the calls came from a frequency of 666 gigahertz, which apparently means that if the zombies were the ones making the calls, that gigahertz frequency means that they were coming from another dimension, is what she says. So not only do we have calls coming from inside the house, whatever, creepy calls, they're calls from hell, they're zombie calls from hell, they're zombie calls from hell from another dimension.
Oh my God.
It's just all the worst of the worst. It's the worst of everything here.
Sam regrets looking this up.
Yeah, she's like, damn it, why did I do that? Regular old zombies would have been so much better.
Yeah, but now they're cross-dimensional zombies. Okay.
Yes. And Chucky says that this is just like something that happened in a comic book of his. So he runs off with Alex to grab the book from his room and show it to the girl so that they can think of a plan. And Clover, at this point, she's increasingly panicked. So she then pulls out her compact and decides to call Jerry for help.
Right.
And when they call him, they get his little holographic message or whatever, like it pops up from their compact. And I will just add, he has now changed into a different costume. I guess he wasn't feeling the like Shakespearean, like Elizabethan fit. He's now in like baggy sweatpants and has on like a long gold chain and a backwards hat.
Oh no.
Talking all hip like, yo, Ice J in the house. What up, Clover?
With the British.
Yo. Ice J in the house. What up, Clover?
Oh no, Jerry.
And they like, the girls don't even pay any attention to his costume change. They're like, oh my God, he looks so stupid. But Jerry, this is very serious. Like, we're being attacked by zombies/ghouls from another dimension.
Yes.
Like, look, Sam like sends him the analysis of like the transmission frequency or whatever. And Jerry like gets a little serious for a second and he's like, but no, this can't be right. Like, those numbers are impossible. Your compacts must be messed up. Something must be wrong with them. The ghouls and zombies are probably just some Halloween pranksters. Like, you guys will be fine.
Around.
Exactly.
Let him see it.
Yeah, like, you see? He's like, yeah, they're just pranksters. There's just like 500 pranksters outside of your door right now. No big deal. Bye. And then he like signs off.
Don't ruin my first party.
Exactly. Like, you guys are stinking up my street cred. Bye. Hangs up. And then like leaves them to succumb to this zombie outbreak.
Okay.
So the zombies, they then are able to burst through the windows and the doors. Like, they're knocking over the furniture that the girls tried to block the windows with. And they just like slowly are creeping in. So thankfully they are like the mindless kind and not like the Dawn of the Dead or like the World War Z kinds that are literally like violently ripping shit apart and like running at you. Yeah, very slow moving and mindless. Yes, because it does give the girl some time to run away and go upstairs. And Mandy, like I said, she's still out cold. Like, so the girl's just like, Sam like runs over and grabs her off of the sofa and is like fighting off the zombies. And they run with her upstairs. The girls run with her upstairs. And like I said, Sam is a much better person than I, because I would have left Mandy. I know you too would have left Mandy as a sacrifice. Like, sorry, I'm not strong enough. My bad. Yeah, this is your thing, which again, they don't know this yet, but like, Maybe if we give them a sacrifice, they'll leave us alone. Maybe
Right.
they're just
That'll take them
hungry.
a while.
Exactly. Like it'll take them at least a few minutes to eat Mandy. So then that gives
We
us a
get
few
out.
more minutes to run. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So, but no, Sam's a better person than us. They carry Mandy upstairs, and then we just see more and more of these zombies slowly walking out of that pit from outside
Oh God.
and
Okay.
flowing right into the Vanderfleet home. And so when they go upstairs, they meet up with Alex and Chucky in his room. And Alex is freaking out, like, what the fuck? What do we do without our gadgets? Like, Jerry didn't give us anything because it's Halloween. There was no mission plan. Like, he just gave us this stupid candy. And Clover, who I mentioned was given candy corn, she just like pulls it out of her pocket, like, yeah, man, screw you, Jerry. Like, this is all you gave us. And she just like throws it at the zombies. Like, I don't know what to do, but hilariously and kind of unpinning what you said earlier about like Jerry's up to something here. The candy corn all explodes when it makes impact with the zombies.
Fuck yeah, explosions.
Explosion. I said it. This episode has it all. Mystery, explosions, plot twists,
everything.
All the hallmarks of a good Totally Spies episode. Yep. So at this point, the girls realize that the candy that Jerry gave them is actually like a bunch of various gadgets, which thank God they didn't eat them. By the way, God. They didn't.
Jerry
imagine Clover eating the candy.
Her head just explodes. No, Jerry was like, they're not going to eat this.
Yeah, they know it's bad candy. They won't do it. Which is, again, probably why he disguised the explosives as like although I fucking love candy corn personally. I am in the small minority. Yep, so I would have eaten it immediately, and then my head would have exploded
on the spot in Whoop headquarters. Not even
maybe Jerry's done his recon though. So like I would like to think that if I was a spy, he would give me something I don't like.
Yes.
That's like why he would give me like Alex almond joys or something. Yeah.
Because he was like, Alex is gonna eat any candy I give her.
Any candy, right? Yeah. And so yes, they realize this candy is actually like high-tech gadgets. So Alex and Sam are like, okay, well, we won't use ours because we don't want to waste them like you just did, Clover, because Clover literally threw all of her candy corn at them.
Oh, okay.
At the zombies.
Okay, so Clover's out.
She's got nothing. She's defenseless.
Okay.
So they lock themselves and Mandy in Chucky's room while they're like figuring out what these gadgets do. So Sam, who I said was given bubble gum, she pops a piece in her mouth. And it's like in my What's the Syllabus episode where it's just that ever expanding bubble gum. From our previous arc. Yeah, where it just the more that you chew the gum and then you like blow a bubble, it just keeps growing and growing until it just explodes or whatever.
Cool. Great.
So she uses that to hold back another group of zombies who have managed to break down Chucky's door. Yeah, they just keep coming from everywhere. The house is teeming with zombies.
Yep.
And it gives them this explosion from the gum gives them enough space to kind of like fight their way through the rest of them and like make their way out of the house. And so they shimmy down the side of the house from Chucky's balcony. Rich ass kid. Like,
Clover's still like poor,
like holding her dress as poor. Ew, your power's out. You can't even pay your electricity bill.
I've heard that all of the poor neighborhoods have zombies. Gross.
Ew.
Shimmying down.
She's like shimmying down with like tissues like on the pipe.
Yeah. Gross.
Ew. But it's also hilarious because like the first couple of them, I want to say like Sam and Alex like shimmy down and kind of jump down, and then Clover shimmies down first, and then Sam and Alex are like holding Mandy.
I was gonna ask, drop her. Or she's already concussed. Doesn't matter.
She won't know. She won't know which injury is from what at this point. It doesn't matter at all. But it's good that they dropped her like this because it like forces her to be like laid out on the ground such that the book of seance procedures or spells or whatever, it's like hanging out of her pocket. And Sam sees this and she picks it up and she like is flipping through it. And she like, first of all, Clover, you need to put a restraining order. She has a lock of your hair in here. Clover, this is one of your fingernails.
Clover, we need to leave her behind now.
She has sketches of you.
Oh my God,
here.
at home. Polaroids of you at your house.
This is creepy. She has your mom's office address listed in here and her work schedule so she knows when you're home alone.
Clover, we're leaving her now.
We're leaving her.
I'm sorry I brought her with us originally. We're leaving her behind. Yikes. Okay.
In reality, what she really has in there, at least that what Sam is willing to tell us is exactly is all of these like spells and, like I said, seance procedures. And she then realizes that Mandy must know something about what's causing this zombie outbreak, and connects that to Mandy saying it worked over and over before she fainted. So kind of like real quick pausing here and jumping back to our seance procedures and stuff. It looks like Mandy maybe got it right after all. Like I said, there was the moon, there was the running water,
sewer water.
Anger. There was definitely anger and perhaps love or whatever for Clover going on. Very strong emotions. There's passion of hate and love. Again, we're going to theorize that was not actually a thermos of coffee, but it was a thermos of blood that Mandy was drinking and that she threw into there. She, I guess, was maybe taking the procedure a little bit more seriously than we thought she was. And she was respecting the dead, even though,
she got mad at them. But like,
exactly.
she was doing it. Yeah.
Okay. She was doing it because, it looks like clearly this shit worked.
But again,
there is a zombie outbreak going on. There's like a little
demon side of it rather than just the benevolent ghost. So then messed up a little bit.
Yes. So then, on the other hand, it may not have been just regular old blood. It may have been menstrual blood, which, as we discussed before, doesn't just attract bears. It also attracts demons.
Yep.
So, looks like she maybe got it right. Unfortunately, after all.
The one time she got something right.
I know.
It's fucking demons.
It conjures demons from another world.
It would be.
Awesome. Thanks, Mandy. That's so Mandy.
So Mandy.
So anyways, back to our story. The girls realized that Mandy did, in fact, summon these spirit zombies. And then they're like, okay, this pretty much confirms what we knew about her all along. She's a fucking witch. Mandy is a witch.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I say, which calling back to the one Mandy episode that I had where like they thought that they almost died multiple times, but it was like because of Mandy of like falling in the ice, like crashing on the snowboard and like
the
gondola falling, that we were like, oh my God, why would they even blame that on Mandy? That's fucking crazy. She almost murdered them.
Because they're like, they have this long-standing theory.
Yes, that she's a fucking witch. And she absolutely, this wasn't the villain that time. We only saw him appear when he kidnapped Mandy thinking it was Clover.
Yeah.
We didn't see him do the other things.
Exactly. So like in reality, he didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah.
He was really just trying to find them that whole time and couldn't. And Mandy was out there trying to fucking kill him.
Kidnap Mandy. Yeah. Exactly.
Damn. Mandy's a witch.
Again, light as a feather, stiff as a board. She's over there.
She's lifting those motherfuckers up.
Clover's about to like start losing her hair and shit from the spell that Mandy's put on her.
Yep.
So Clover at this point, she's pissed off at Mandy as per usual, but she's like, okay, like leave Mandy here. She deserves to be mauled and taken by these zombies.
Correct.
I told you, Sam, leave her.
Yeah.
But Sam again. Something in my throat. Excuse me.
Oh God, a witch. Oh no. The demon.
It's Mandy.
It's finally got her.
I think the coffee went down the wrong way. So again, Sam, she's using some reason and some logic here. She's like, no. We've got to keep Mandy with us because she's the only one who can potentially even reverse whatever freaking chaos or havoc she's caused. Yes, unfortunately, that is true. So the zombies, they make their way outside to the girls because like, they're still inside, but also like they're still coming out of that pit in the yard. So like, no matter where the girls go, even though they've shimmied outside of the house, the zombies are going to get them. Okay. So the zombies, they're like totally surrounding these girls. And Chucky, the girls and Chucky. And so they all split up. I think it's like Sam and Alex go like one way in the backyard, and then Chucky, Clover, and I guess the unconscious body of Mandy is dragged off in another direction.
Okay.
And they're all trying to like run away and fight off these zombies, but like there's just way too many of them. Yeah, they're just like simply outnumbered by these ghouls. So Alex decides like, all right, well, I guess now's probably a better time than ever to figure out what the hell my little wand shit thingy does.
True.
And so when she waves it around, it turns out to like emit this yellow fog that then covers the entire backyard. And like, even though it kind of blinds the girls, it also obstructs the zombies' sight, whatever kind of sight they have. So it does give the girls a chance to run away.
Cool.
Or at least Alex and Sam get a chance to run away. Because just after they do, they get a call from Jerry on Alex's compact. And he's like, oh my God, girls, I'm so sorry. I actually analyzed and looked deeper into the numbers that Sam sent and realized that you guys were correct about the ghouls. And then he tells them, like, it turns out that the location of Vista Verde Estates has a very, well, let's say, like, a spirited history.
Oh, God.
And then he says, legend has it, again, according to Jerry, that the person who frees a rather ill-tempered specter, or, like, spirit, on Halloween night will be rewarded with a gift by that spirit. And then Sam is like, oh, my God, those phone calls we got, those weren't for us. Those were for Mandy. It was the specter trying to call fucking Mandy because she was in the house. So it just traced her to being there.
My God. Fucking Mandy.
So Jerry's like, yeah, I think you're right. You guys might want to keep an eye on Mandy.
Oh my God. So, also, yeah, like this is also tying in our theory from episodes ago during our arc that like Jerry fucks with dimensions.
All the time. All the time. He knows.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I opened up my file on this one portal that we've been to before, or I mean this portal I've heard about.
Yeah, legend.
Legend has
legend
it.
Of me.
The Whoop database has it. That
that's urban legends there, not my case file.
So Sam is like, okay, let's call Clover because, like I said, they had to split up. So Clover is with Mandy and Chucky, and Sam and Alex are together. And she's like, we got to call Clover so that we can like figure out what the hell, like we got to wake up Mandy to fix this and or leave Mandy behind and save Clover and Chucky because Mandy is the one they want.
Yep.
But when she calls Clover, unfortunately, Clover's compact appears to be either off or like out of signal or out of reach.
The dimension's fucking it up.
It's fucking it up. And the yellow fog from Alex's little gadget thing starts to like fade away. And the crowd of zombies, they can now see the girls again. So they start to like slowly like creep back over to them. But they suddenly hear in the background a very loud howl, like off in the distance. And all of the zombies just then stop moving towards Alex and Sam, turn around, and shuffle their way back towards the pit to the sewers.
Oh, okay.
And Alex and Sam realize that howl must have been the spirit calling the zombies back. And so then they use their compacts to then try to track down Clover because, again, of course, Woot puts trackers in all of their agents.
Everything. Yeah.
On everything. But when they get a signal on where her tracker is, they see that she is somewhere 50 feet underground.
In hell. Cool.
In hell.
In the hell dimension.
Yes. She has been taken by the zombies into the sewer, aka the underground hell dimension.
Okay.
And Sam is like, this is that. Sam is like, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to hatch a plan to go down there and save her and Chucky and Mandy.
But maybe that's all they wanted was Mandy. So maybe leave her.
She's all right. But we definitely need to save Clover and Chucky.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta go down there.
So they paint their faces gray to kind of like blend in with the zombies.
Okay.
And they like act all lifeless and stuff, and they just start to slowly walk down
Alex
into
in the banana
sewer.
Suit still?
They're still in their costumes.
Banana suit zombie.
And an elf, like a bright green elf costume.
Okay. Got it.
And so they're walking into the sewers with the rest of the
Oh my
zombies
God.
doing their best to act the part and fit in. And as they get deeper into the pit, the sewer turns into this like massive cave filled with all these, stalactites and stuff. And they see this like multicolored swirling vortex portal hovering over the small cliff in the cave, and this
Oh
like
God.
multicolored spiritual entity just like circling around it, evilly laughing.
Oh
And they
no.
then see the zombies dragging Clover and Chucky towards this vortex.
Okay.
And so Chucky's like, oh my God, I'm totally going to tell my mom on you, like, go of me. But then as he says that, he like freezes and looks up and sees his mother is one of the
I knew it.
zombified
Oh
people
no.
who's in this crowd, just blankly staring at him.
Uh-huh.
So the zombies, they like walk him and Clover up to this portal and just like let go of them, and they're instantly sucked in.
Oh no.
And seconds later they float back out as zombies, like
Oh
raging
fuck.
zombie ghouls. Yeah. So
Okay.
once Alex sees this, like once they start to put Clover in, Alex sees it and she's unable to stay in character. She's like, no, I can't let my bestie be zombified.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Girl, too
let
late.
her go. I know, too late, right? Pretty much.
You
She's
should
like,
stop him before the
breaks
portal.
character, springs into action, and starts to whoop some zombie ass. And Sam is like, oh, shit, this was totally working, except not really.
Yeah.
Catches her breath and then also joins in on the ass whooping. But again, the girls are just simply outnumbered and they're not able to fight through all of these zombies before it's too late and Clover is already turned into one. And then we see the zombies carrying Mandy towards the vortex. And fucking finally, she comes to. She wakes up.
What a way to wake up.
What a way. And hilariously for her, she's like, where am I? Is this the rave? But this time, rather than releasing her directly into the vortex, the zombies kind of hold her there for a second and wait for the summoned spirit to appear.
Okay.
And he does so in supreme dramatic fashion, like bolts of lightning flashing from the vortex, and he swirls out like Genie from Aladdin, but with green smoke rather than blue. Okay. And he too is gray-skinned and has this long white beard and long white hair and green eyes and these long bony fingers and nails and this red cape. And he floats towards Mandy and tells her that she will be rewarded for releasing him from his subterranean prison.
Oh, God.
And then the zombies let go of Mandy and she starts to float into the vortex as this king zombie dude says that together they will rule over their army of ghouls.
No, of course. Making her a queen.
As per usual.
I love to do that.
She floats back out of the vortex, fully zombified, as Alex and Sam continue to like fight their way through the zombie mosh pit. Band name, we called it.
Zombie mosh pit. Oh my God.
That's ours.
Epic band name. Yes. Absolutely.
And so then Sam, she pops another piece of the ever expanding bubble gum into her mouth to like use it to blow away zombies so that they can get the fuck out of the cave /sewer, and they run out of there back onto the surface into the like Vista Verde Estates like security guard station to like figure out what to do. But the zombie king, whatever, like orders all of the ghouls to follow them out there and to get them.
Oh no.
So at this point, they're like panicking in this little security guard station, like, oh my God, what do we do? And Alex is just like, maybe this will do something. And she like turns on the spotlights around the security guard. I don't know. It's like generator powered or something. Okay, yeah. I don't know. And this actually blinds the zombies and stops them from chasing the girls.
Okay.
So
light
they
sensitive.
Run exactly light or like somehow electricity sensitive. So they run back to save Clover and Mandy and Chucky. And they call Jerry on their way back down. And Whoop is like, all right, well, we got agents on the way to save you.
Okay,
clearly,
good.
This went south quickly.
Bomb this neighborhood.
Yes. Drop a nuke on it. Get Chucky and Mandy out, and then the rest are unfortunate casualties.
Yep.
So they're running back towards the pit, and they see where the zombies cut the power to the community through like this electric box on the street. And seeing how the zombies responded to Alex turning on the spotlights, the girls then like change into these rubber protective suits so that they can safely grab hold of all of these cables and then use them to stop the zombies.
Okay.
So they're like feeding these cables down into the sewer through the sewer grate. and it like sends electric shocks through the sewer water and into the
Oh,
cave.
okay.
And the shocks reach the king zombie
Oh,
spirit
shit.
guy, and
Uh-huh.
it begins to like shock all of his ghouls, like snapping them back immediately to normal, because it was
Okay.
all just people who lived on the surface that got
Mhm.
sucked in. And so they're all back to their like normal selves. And it makes like the electric shocks like make their way to the vortex of the zombie, like to the portal to the other world that, you know, the zombie guy is in
Uh-huh.
front of. And it like sucks him back in, and the earth is like shaking, and everyone
Ooh,
who's like now
that
out of their
dimension's
zombie
reclosing.
stupor, it's reclosing. So everyone like runs out to safety out of the sewer,
Okay.
and the energy from the vortex just like shoots up to the surface almost like an explosion, and it
Hell
like
yeah.
gets sucked up by this like whirlpool slash tornado in the sky.
Oh, shit.
And then the cracks from the ground in the pit start to like seal back together, bringing an end to the king zombie.
Oh, my God.
Everyone on the surface now is like recouping, but like their memories are totally erased. Like they
Okay,
have
good.
no
I
recollection
was
of
gonna say,
what
Jerry's about to come in
happened.
there and start men in blacking everyone.
Just all of
Just a
the agents are
massive,
just like
just like one spotlight from the
over and over.
helicopter on everyone.
The entire community.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so Whoop agents and Jerry, they swoop in just in time to not help whatsoever. And Jerry shows off his new costume to the girls.
Oh,
He
he's
pretty
still
much
wearing
went
it?
back to like an Elizabethan
Oh,
fit. Like
okay.
he took off the wig, but he still got like the frilly collar and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And meanwhile, in the end, Mandy, she's like mad that the girls made her miss her Halloween party. And Chucky is like trying to tell his mom, like, Mom, you gotta believe me. Like it was crazy.
Oh,
But his
Chucky's had a
mom's
fucked
like,
up life.
please. Oh, he's super fucked up. Now, I don't understand. I guess he remembers because there was a point where he wasn't a zombie
Yeah,
where
yeah,
all of this
yeah.
was going
Yeah,
on.
he saw
Yeah,
it before he got zombied.
exactly. Yeah. So his mom though is like, please, Chucky, like
I need
zombies
a
and
drink.
whirling vortexes and whatnot, get out of here. AKA, yeah, she's
Yeah,
pissed that she missed wine night and can't
yeah, she's
remember
like, I
why
need a
she missed it.
martini.
Exactly. And that is the
Oh my
end.
God, that's how it ends.
That's how it ends, with poor Chucky being denied like by his mother,
Gaslit.
like please, yeah, totally gaslit by
Yeah,
his mom.
this is
Yeah,
Chucky's villain origin story for sure.
exactly. He's like, I know this happened,
I know
but
what
like
I saw.
the girls though like can't admit that they're spies though, so he like tries to go over to them and be like, you guys
You
remember,
saw
right,
it.
right? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, Chucky. We had
Yeah,
no idea.
sorry,
Like
we watched a
that's
scary movie and you
crazy.
fell asleep tonight.
Yeah, I think it was a
That was
bad
it.
dream. See, everything's totally normal. Like,
Yeah, there's no
Chucky,
cracks
you ate
everywhere.
too much candy. You ate all of your candy and you don't even remember because like you didn't get
Yeah.
any.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. Oh yeah, definitely
So
Chucky's villain origin story.
yeah. And so I guess to put a bow on it very, very quickly with like our overarching totally spies theory of Jerry always actually knowing, like
Getting a fucking
he
dimension.
he gave them that candy knowing they were secret gadgets. He was like, oh no, they're
Yep.
gonna run into some shit tonight.
It's
Rumor has it
Halloween.
it's a full moon, it's Halloween. We know that this new neighborhood, I know that they're going to Vista
Yes,
Verde
he knew
Estates,
that's
and
where they
I
were
know
babysitting.
exactly, and I know that it was built on this like
Yep.
horrible, like, yeah, this place has a horrible history.
Yep.
Something's gonna happen. Like maybe he didn't actually pull the strings on it, but he knew that shit was gonna go down. So he
Yep.
was like, yeah, let's give them these gadgets and like be on call to get them whenever they're ready.
Yeah. And also they were taking their sweet, sweet time getting there because they
Yeah.
were running extra tests because the portal was just so open that they were like, well, it's already open. We might as well, get the coordinates, poke around in it a little
Let's
bit,
see what we can find.
extract some stuff from it, and the
Right.
girls will figure out how to
Well,
close
they'll,
it.
they'll be fine. Yeah.
It's
We
a
won't
gated
let them
community.
die.
The zombies won't get beyond that. We'll just do
Exactly.
some quick data collection here, and then we'll
Right.
show up once the girls bust
It'll be
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great job. I am
Thank you.
so excited to watch this one because this is the
It's
first
crazy.
this is like spooky spiritual totally spies thing versus just like an unhinged villain who I guess
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Mandy.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, and this
Yeah.
random spirit king zombie god who's
Yeah.
like, we never get a name for him. He just appears and is like, yes, I have my
Dimension
zombie
666.
queen. We will rule this ghoulish army. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Great
there you
job.
have it. Thank you. A purely
Hell
Halloween
yeah.
episode from the Totally Spies. Next
Amazing.
week, we've got Grace. She's going to do 2 episodes in a row now. She's got something very, very special planned.
Also very witchy.
Very witchy.
Good introduction to it.
Indeed. A nice little precursor.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about that to wrap up our last couple of weeks of our Halloween arc. And until then, who should they tell about this podcast?
I think you should tell a developer, like a real estate developer. Just because, I mean, there's like plenty of stories about bad development projects, but you know, you can't hit it home enough that you need to know where you're building if you're gonna build a neighborhood like this. So send it to a real estate developer.
Do your research.
Make sure it's not on a open pit to hell or spiritually active place to hell. There's gonna be some dumb teenagers like Alexis and I playing with the Ouija board and doing it wrong and opening up the pits to hell and
accidentally inviting in demons instead of just like the spirits of our ancestors who we wanted to say hey to.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck it up. Oops. And if we're on a spiritually active spot, that's gonna be on you. That the demons came out. So double check, do your homework. And then who else should they tell?
You should tell Stephen King. I think he's on like Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's called now. Yeah, so just tell him, because literally this is like all of his movies like personified and and one episode.
Did he write a book? It's in this episode.
It's in this episode.
Most likely.
Pet Cemetery.
I was just thinking that one. I was like, where's
a little bit of everything?
Zombies,
So
that works.
There you go. Tell him. And because it would be cool for him to even have an inkling of knowing about this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Let him know.
To know. So
incredible.
That's it. Until next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Saturday Morning Mysteries.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, review, leave us a like, and drop a comment. We post episodes every Saturday and bonus tune tangents whenever we feel like it. So please subscribe so you don't miss the shenanigans.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, click the bell under the YouTube subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are posted.
And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, we have no idea what you're listening to us on, so just hit the big subscribe button on whatever app you're using. We believe in you.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at SatmornMist, all the abreves, and let us know if you have any episode or show requests by emailing SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thanks to Jenna Kendall for the logo design and to Ava Sakiki for the music used during this week's episode.
See y'all groovy kids next week on Saturday Morning Mysteries.